So we are going into the possibly next to last gold race in the whole entire globals competition. I'm standing away a bit, not to disturb the sailors.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So they got away fairly nicely. 117. Tim Shuvalov in yellow ahead. Number 8. Number 5. Number 90 odd. Gets a bit closer to the windward mark, which paid off in the last competition. So Tim comes on port and has to hit and has to make a penalty turn, so he lost about 10 places immediately with that penalty. So they're all passing by now. Enormously tense competition as they move ahead towards the windward mark. And now I can get a bit closer so I can see how they fight to get ahead. Tim Shuvalov managed to pass to 11, so he's still in a relatively good position, but there is a huge crowd of boats coming from the left, and it will be difficult for them all, I think, as they have to. So you have to shout loud here in order to be.
117 protest 1, I ducked you. 123 protest 1, I just hit you. 443
So one had so it was a very risky maneuver for all these boats coming in on port. And as they go downstream, it's slightly less complex, so I will stand here. .206, Johan Lindholm and Odd Stray ahead, followed by 514.
211 and 260
5.
Contact the back on the buoy. Back at the buoy.
117 in the 5th place, more or less. Lindsay, New Zealand, followed by Nick Jerwood. And they are way down, on their way down to the downwind mark. So 514, Andrew Gibbs makes a good approach, and he will go to the inside, whereas Odd will go to the outside. So Johan Lindholm in the lead. Tim Shuvalov also tacks out. 514 has good speed again. So you have Nick Jerwood out, and 206 is now being passed by number 90, I think. So 514 Number 90 closer to the bridge, followed by 206, 117, 22 and 514 behind. Looking towards the windward gate now, windward mark. Odd seems to have the best approach, going directly to the windward mark. And there is Lars-Erik, Yarwood, and there is a wind shift there. They had to tack, slows them down, but also Odd has been slowed down in his approach. He will also have to tack. So Lars-Erik goes far in, and if he gets wind when he goes out, he might get a good position from that. But in the meantime, Odd has really improved his situation, and is coming quickly towards the windward mark, and so do the boats on starboard, but they have to tack once more. And in fact, we don't yet know the actual situation when Lars-Erik gets in there, what will be his rank if he passes by Tim Shuvalov. Tim gets a good direction towards the windward walk and seems to be able to manage number 2 position there, yes. So followed by Lars-Erik, number 5, Nick Jerwood, who has difficulty with the windward mark, so he probably is going to have to, yes, he's probably have to go back and turn and take a penalty for touching the mark. Although it's difficult from judge from here whether he actually did, yes, he did touch the mark, so he made a penalty, and he basically came to the almost end of the line due to this problem. So now there will be a very, very tight race downwind. 117, 5, 514, and we learn never to discount 514 here. Always seem to reappear in prominent positions from after being behind. 23, Lindsay, New Zealand, 211, Gunnar Gustafsson on the outside, but they don't have pressure for the moment. So, but Lars-Erik has a good speed. And we have Odd in front, number 90. And his lead has not diminished during this downwind approach. So Odd is moving up towards the finishing line. And followed by Tim Shuvalov, who immediately tacks over, as did Odd, to see if he can get ahead of Lars-Erik, and he does get ahead of Lars-Erik. Christer is number 5 in the blue hull, slightly to the left of Tim Shuvalov. Odd is approaching fast towards the finishing line, and he's already tacking, and followed by Tim Shuvalov, Lars-Erik, Andrew, Gibbs, 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 Andrew So he now gets some wind, so he will be able to tack over nicely to enter past the finishing line. And they're singing the national hymn of Norway, of course. Although he's not the only Norwegian here. I mean,
Oh, is it? That's what it is.
Christer Sørvik,
When they get rid of the Swedes.
514,
We were in
Same country, weren't you?
Andrew Gibbs.
1905.
Number 23, Lindsay comes in in a good speed as well, but I think the 211 will be closer,
We were,
Welsh.
yeah,
and also possibly,
Oh, yes.
yes,
Atlantic, no, just
Thomas Envald, 423.
the top of your revs.
On 90, 51, 8. One, 93, 22,
quite an easy one.
200,
Thank you for your help.
your Nyquist,
No problem. We all do it.
and 2 Lindholms,
Great, thank you.
ending the parade of this probably next to last gold heat in the finals. Thank you.